Ladies and gents, welcome. My name's Wasmatic. Welcome to my channel. I'm not going to mess about with any long introductions. I'm just going to dive into the tutorial, which is aimed at players who haven't really touched Star Citizen previously. So if you don't know how to play, you don't know any of the keybinds, this first video is going to take you from bed to ship. So I'm going to show you all of the keybinds that you will need to know to get you out of your bed to transit to the spaceport, because depending on where you start, there are 4 starter locations: Orison, Lawville, Area 18 or New Babbage. I'm in New Babbage, so I can show you the route from here. I want to keep the video short, so I'm not going to show you the route or the pathway to the spaceport in every other location. So if you get stuck, ask in chat or do some Googling. This guide is particularly to show you the keybinds, some of the basic functions you're going to need to use on a regular basis. So you've started the game, you've bought your ship, you've got your game package, and you've created your character, and you've picked your starting location. Like I've said, I'm in New Babbage, so you will start and you'll be lying in a bed. I'm lying in a bed with a full suit of armour. Apparently it's night time outside, and the first thing you want to do is get out of bed. There's a number of ways in which you can do it. The first thing I show you is the context menu, because this is something you're going to use a lot in the game. Depending on where you're looking, you can press and hold the F key and it will give you options. So if I'm looking down at my chest, I press and hold the F key, I can carry a med pen and heal myself. I don't want to do that. I want to get out of bed. So the other option is look to the left, press and hold F, and it will give me an option to get up. That's great. I can use that option if I want. We're not going to do it because there's a more simple keybind. But it's worth bearing in mind whenever you are stuck in the game, or whenever you're exploring or investigating a location, your default go-to is pressing and holding F when you look at anything, and that'll tell you whether you can interact with it or not. To get out of bed though, it's a lot more simple. You just press Y. I'm fully armoured. You probably won't be fully armoured. But if you want to have a look at what you've got, depending on what game package you've got, how you started, etc., your inventory management, unsurprisingly, happens when you press and hold I. You don't have to hold it, sorry, you just press it. And you'll see here that you have a number of different locations. This is local, so this is what I actually have stored in New Babbage, which is one of the locations that I've stored stuff. It's slow loading in, that's weird. And this is my backpack. This is my armour, and these are my leg compartments. So these are my personal storage. Now I can, if I like, drag and drop items in between the 2 locations. So if I want to take something with me on my journey in my ship, I can do that. So this New Babbage storage for me is where I keep basically everything. You can see I've got paint there, which I bought for my ships, and I've got multi-tools and plushies and jumpers, and wow, a really nice orange undersuit. So you will start probably just wearing an undersuit, and you'll have a helmet on as well. That's great. If you want to equip weapons, all you need to do is grab a weapon, and you can drag it you can either put it in your hands, or you can drag it onto like the back of your backpack, and then it will be usable. But we're not going to do that for now. So press I. I'm out of there. We're going to go to the spaceport. So I'm going to walk to the door, and I'm going to press and hold F, and you'll see there's an option to open. Left click, and it opens the door. This will take you into the lobby. Whichever city you start in, you will be in a room in a hotel or apartments or whatever they're called in that city. And the first thing you want to do is find your way to the elevator, or as we say in the UK, a lift. Get to the elevator, press and hold F, left click, and it will call the elevator for you. Elevator's arrived, in we go, and we want to head to the lobby. And we're out into the lobby of the apartments where we've been staying. Nest Apartments in New Babbage. A couple of the keybinds for you to be aware of whilst you're waiting for the lift or the train to arrive. If you press F4, it will give you a third person view, and you can move your camera around and have a look at your character, and you'll see his head turns wherever you move the mouse to. If you want to zoom out a bit and get a wider third person view, you can hold F4 and scroll your mouse wheel. Take you further out. If you want to actually move around your character rather than moving your character, press and hold the Z key, or Z key as you might say, and that will give you the option to rotate the camera around your character. And press F4 again, twice, and that will take you back into your first person view. We are now going to make our way to the spaceport, and we want to find, depending on the location you're at, it will either be a tram or a train. You might get some lag like me here, which is just that's just because we're in a city. So for New Babbage, you want to head down these stairs. You get to the tram line or the train lines, and you will be given options. Everything's signposted, so wherever you are, just follow the signs for the spaceport. You can see here we need to go left for the train to the spaceport, and that takes us to the train platform. Confirmation, New Babbage, spaceport, and it will tell you the train's arriving in 1 second. How's that for timing? Get on the train and enjoy the view on your journey. Okay, arrived at Spaceport. You want to look for the exit, obviously, and find your way to the Spaceport terminals. In New Babbage, we have to use the lift.
Located downtown, with a luxurious sapphire ground.
So you come out of the train line, and you'll be in this location. This will take you to the terminals where you can summon your ship into a hangar for leaving the planet or the city. But for now, there's a couple of other keybinds that I would like to show you. And for this, I'm going to need this here, which is the candy shop. So, just as a quick introduction, you can see in the lower left of my screen there are two numbers. One says 42% and one says 96%. The 96% is my health or hit points. The 42% is my hydration rate. So I need to drink something. So food and drink is a thing in the game. You need to actually, it's a small survival element where you need to keep yourself fed and hydrated. Now to do this, you can't eat and drink with a helmet on. As you can see, I've got a helmet on, just about, you see, there. So my suggestion is that you bind a key to remove your helmet. That makes it much easier. So you're going to want to go to Escape, Options, Key Bindings, and then Advanced Controls Customization here. And then you want to go down to On Foot All, and you want Toggle Equip Helmet. I bound that to slash here. Whilst we're in this screen, there's another keybind that you're going to want to do, and that's going to come in really handy when you're flying around in the game, which is a fairly recent introduction. And for that, you want to go to Vehicles, Flight and Movement, and you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom of that section, and I strongly urge you to bind a key to Request Landing. That will be unbound, but you want to bind that to something. I bound it to Equals. So those are the two key binds you need to do. But for now, I'm going to remove my helmet. So if you have a look very quickly here, you can see that I have my helmet on. If I hit the slash key, you can see now my helmet's off. And I'm going to have a drink. So you can press and hold F again. This is the standard for everything you do in the game, and I'm going to drink that. So it's cost me 3 AUEC, and I'm just going to down it in one and pretend it's a nice cold beer. And you'll see in the bottom left my hydration levels going up. The other thing you can do is store food for when you're on your journey. Oh, there you go. It is still going up. About 80%. So you can click on more info and confirm purchase. That should now have put it into your local storage here. No, it hasn't. So let's see, if you click on sustenance, here is a filter, it's put it in local storage. You want to take that with you so you can hydrate without having to go and buy any more. You can do that. Now there will be elements in the game which means you can basically get all your food and drink for free. You can loot them. But I'm showing you this just so you know the mechanic for taking your helmet off, having a quick bite to eat. Right, so helmet back on. And we're now going to spawn our ship. So you want to go to these hangars, depending on your location. There'll be by lifts normally, and press and hold F and left click. You can move around while you're looking at this screen, and you will want to spawn your ship. If you've only just started playing, then you probably just have the one, and you click on retrieve here, and then it's important that you have to wait. And there you go, Hangar 3. So we know that the vehicle's in Hangar 3. We now need to go to the lift, press and hold F, left click, and we'll have an option to go to Hangar 3, and there we'll find our ship. If you can't see the hangar here, press and hold F and scroll your mouse wheel and you'll see more options. And I've gone to the wrong hangar. No problem. Now we should see the ship in the hangar. There it is. So, you need to find how to get into your ship, and depending on the ship you have, there may be straight into the flight seat, or you may have to do like me, press and hold F and enter ship, and then actually manually put yourself in the flight seat. Freelancer has the added disadvantage of this extra door. Close it. And find my way to the pilot seat. Again, press and hold F. Enter pilot seat. If you want to exit the pilot seat, you can press Y. And so that's it for this video. Very simple. We've gone straight from the bed, straight to summoning your ship, and we're now sat in the hangar. So the next video we're going to look at basics of flight. How do you maneuver your ship into and out of a hangar? And what are the basic fundamentals of normal flight and cruise and quantum? So I will see you in the next one. If you haven't already, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe, because I'm going to start pushing out a bit more Star Citizen content now as we get towards 3.18 release. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all very soon.